Hi everyone, Morten Ostad here. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to show you guys the brand new Paul McCartney and Wings, or Wings, Venus and Mars half-speed master that was released yesterday on Friday. And before I show it to you, I just want to quickly show you a couple of other things. Any day where I get something new or sort of new or reissue by Paul McCartney for my collection is kind of a big deal. I still have some, glaringly, almost embarrassing things missing from my collection, as in some of his solo albums on vinyl. But aside from that, I think I have a pretty great collection. So yesterday, arrived in Oslo too late to go to the record shop because I was traveling from my place in Denmark, carrying a fairly substantial rucksack, or ryggsäck as we say here in Norway, and also a bag, plastic bag in my hands, of vinyl albums that some of them have been in Denmark for many years, and some of them I bought over the last couple of years but not had room to bring with me up to Norway. Now I am going to gradually get my record collection and some other things from Denmark up here to Norway. I'll probably make another video about that, because this one is about Paul McCartney and Linda and Denny and the Wings. But one of the reasons I'm telling you this is because I did bring some more of my old Paul McCartney and Wings related records up to Norway. And I thought that I had brought Venus and Mars, my old Venus and Mars, up here, or that I had brought it up earlier, and apparently I hadn't. So I did bring two more up here, and then I went into my record collection here and noticed that yes, I have some of my old McCartney stuff that I've had in Denmark for years, but apparently I still haven't brought that up. So I can't show you a comparison between my old 1975 Venus and Mars and the new one. But of course, as you guys know, Venus and Mars came out in 1975. It was, of course, the follow-up to this massive hit, Band on the Run, which was released on the 30th of November 1973. Now we all know the story. Paul and Linda and Denny more or less showed up at the airport or the day before and got the call that the two other members of the Wings had decided to quit. So they did go to Lagos in Nigeria to record this album, which in turn didn't necessarily turn out to be quite as a lovely, exotic experience as they may have thought. There were some conflicts and unpleasantness, and also medical issues that took place. But they came home and they finished the album in the UK. And, like the rest is history. This was a massive seller. I think it sold 6 million copies in the US alone, if I remember correctly. And so this is, this, by the way, is a German, my old German pressing, I think. So it does not contain Helen wheels. But how do you follow that up? Well, Paul, Linda, and Denny, they, I don't know how they sort of followed up the success initially. I keep forgetting to check that up, but it's funny because it seemed to take a little while, and they do get two new members, and they make that one hand clapping special, and those two new members, of course, were Jimmy McCulloch and drummer Jeff Britton. Now they go during 1974. They go to the US, but where was it New Orleans and some other places, Kansas City or something. And they do record one or two songs which end up as singles with Jeff Britton, but Jeff Britton and Jimmy McCulloch, they do not gel. And the end of the story is that Jeff Britton leaves, or is asked to leave, and he's replaced by Joe English. So Joe English finishes the album, and they record further songs in London and in Los Angeles. So that's how we get Venus and Mars, which is, I would say, I forgot to check, but that is their the Wings' second most successful studio album, and they followed that up with a wonderful Wings Over America, live album, which is, by the way, is my favorite live album, and we get Wings at the Speed of Sound, and then during the recording, of course, of London Town, we again have two members, filling the same spots, leaving, with Jimmy McCulloch leaving because I think he was supposed to be a rocker, and I think he may have thought he got a better offer somewhere else, and he subsequently dies. And Joe English, I don't think he was really into the whole being in a super group. Well, not super group, but being part of that whole massive thing, and he was missing America. So London Town was finished as a trio again. So up until now, we've had these half-speed masters, and I kind of jumped on them because I did not get the archive collection vinyls. I got the archive collection box sets, and some of my old McCartney and Wings albums, they are pretty old, and some of them are actually now 50 years and older, and you can hear it when you're playing them, and I said, well, if I'm gonna start collecting McCartney and new McCartney pressings, let's go for these half-speed masters. So I've gotten, of course, McCartney, the wonderful debut album there, and then my favorite McCartney album of all time, Ram, the first lo-fi album, which is, even now when I spin this record, I get that tinge when I was a kid and heard this for the first time. This was released a month or so before I was released or born, and this is a wonderful copy. I now have, as you could see, I had my old vinyl there. I also have that one on my old CD, a newer CD, and a cassette even. And then we got, I remember not being too keen on this album when I was younger. But I always think maybe that was because I read I wasn't supposed to be. Now I love it to bits. Wings, Wildlife, I love this album. And then we got, of course, Red Rose Speedway, another album I've been in love with forever. I now have my old 1970, was it 73 copy of this. I have that expanded version that they released, and this half-speed master as well. Love this, and I got the archive collection box set. And then we got this one, Band on the Run, half-speed master. And now I'll just quickly show you that I have, of course, Venus and Mars, the archive collection. The archive collection we unfortunately don't seem to be getting any more of. I've been holding out and hoping for London Town and Back to the Egg, maybe even Press to Play, but nothing seems to be happening. I worry that he's abandoned the whole thing. But this is one of the older ones that were a book. Kind of wish they kept that up. But then, of course, the Ram box set is absolutely amazing. So, and my old CD as well, where they did this atrocious thing to the cover. So let's look at this wonderful thing. I watched Andrew Dixon's, sorry if I said that name wrong now, video. Lovely to see him make a video again. He says he's going to be slowing down those over the year. He talked a lot about some of the technical aspects of this. He also told us to go and look at one of his older videos for what is a half-speed master. So it's Paul McCartney half-speed mastering Venus and Mars Wings. This record was pressed from a master and using precision technique known as half-speed mastering. The procedure requires the source master and the cutting lathe. Oh, what is that word? Cutting lathe to run at half speed on a specially adopted Newman. Oh, such small letter XMS 88 lathe. Abbey Road Studios. So there it is. Made in Germany. I really like that the obi strip color this time mirrors the blue on the back here, or blueberry skin blue, maybe. And he also Andy also said that this word terpsichore, which is I think he said it was a Greek word for dance, had been omitted for years and years on these lyrics, and now it was returned. So that was nice. I wouldn't not have known otherwise. So about and of course remastering and remixing, two different things, but apparently there is a remix, did he say that, out there, which is quite recent, maybe in conjunction with this, that you could listen to, but he had a warning about that. He said that because he streams music through Amazon, I think it was, and he said that because he didn't have Atmos equipment, he then only automatically got the 2014 version of it. So anyone who are thinking about going online to do that, be aware of that fact. Sometimes I'm so unsure about what I'm saying, or that I will be saying something wrong, that I stumble like I do now. But yeah, I'm really, really, really happy to have this. And of course, I'm very curious about the future of these. Will we now see? Have to wait a year or two. Oh no, how long? 74, 75. This. Yeah, 76, of course. So next year's for Wings at the Speed of Sound. Will there be done anything like this for the Wings over America? And then the eternal question, will someone do something about London Town and Back to the Egg? And press to play. And do we have to wait until 2036 for that? Oh, very nice. Here we go. Gorgeous gatefold there. And I think there's usually a card in these that I keep forgetting, and then it falls down on the floor when I'm taking out the records. and it's not in there, so I will assume I did. Here it is. So here's one of those. These are in all the half-speed masters so far. Yeah, so same thing they've written about this again. This record was pressed from a master cut using a precision technique, etc. That you can maybe read there. Great. So, I should probably get a better inner sleeve here. So here is the, well, it is a sticker, isn't it? So Venus and Mars are all right tonight, and we have the planets as they were considered planets back in 1975, with Pluto and Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Earth, Venus, and Mercury, and then, yeah. Here we go. There is a sticker. And there are a couple of posters. So I remember I had this poster from this version on my wall in the 80s. And of course now it would be interesting to see if I'd taken it down from the wall and put it back in the record, because I don't remember. And here is the other poster, because there are two of them, which I think would be from New Orleans. Here we go. New Orleans. And finally, a look at, reproduce the inner sleeve as it were. And that is a tight fit. And Andy also made a note of the fact that the vinyl looks really good, and that they've gone back to the old Capitol label here from the first issue. So apart from this little MPL, they don't do the MPL labels that they've done lately. So of course I will be spinning this. I can't compare it with my old vinyl because it's as it turns out it's not here, but I'm sure even for my relatively untrained ears this is going to be fine. I've loved the other ones so far. There's been talk about Venus and Mars needing a remix. I won't go into that because, like I said, I'm not very good at talking about and having opinion. Of course, if a record sounds like a muffled train wreck, I will mention it. But I think then everyone else will already know that. So why should I be talking about it? So anyway, guys, big day for Morten when he has something new, oldish new from McCartney, which is, such a big part of my music life. And I hope you guys, if you do buy these, also buy it and enjoy it and have a comment about that. That would be really nice. And a good start to be back in Oslo. With everything else going on, and having some new oldish, because I did buy some more other records today, but I'll do that in another video, to listen to. please click like. That helps my channel. If you want to subscribe, well, that makes me happy. If you want to comment, I love that too. Let me hear about your Venus and Mars experience. And I hope to see you soon in another video. Bye bye, guys.